the pauses in the beginning. That's why it'd be a lot of stuff that be cutting off. But butterflies. Sometimes things don't go the way you plan, but it's still a part of the master plan. When things become too much, go and get you a little snacky snack and take a lunch. And so I was working on a video today for my Doctor's Mo channel because I'm coming back, y'all. I made a vow that I'm uploading at least one video a week over there on that channel. Okay. I have a whole series that I've been mapping out over there. So I am going to be uploading more consistently over there. But I sat down to record, right? And in me sitting down to record, as soon as I sat down to record, they started working on the construction. So construction started going. And so I'm like, okay, I got my microphone, put the microphone in, and then boom, my battery went dead on the camera. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me, get my other battery because I have two batteries, a backup, right? Go get that from off the charger. It's dead. So I don't know if because I haven't used that camera literally in 4 months. And so that's why it's dead now, or the batteries are dead. I don't know, but I could have sworn those batteries were charged. But I was like, let me reroute. It'll work out. Let me reroute because it's gonna work out. And so this is just a reminder, you all, that life is gonna throw those twists and turns, no matter what it is. It could be something as is this my juice coming? I ordered lemonade. It could be something as simple as, recording a video, or it could be something of you had plans or you had a relationship or whatever it is where we have these expectations for, we have these plans for. We have to also make room for flexibility in the case of that plan not working out. And that was something that I had to work on a lot. Okay. And it didn't quite hit me until when I was going through therapy while working on my doctorate, and we were unraveling like my autistic traits and things of that nature, and how I hated something changing, like the change of a plan. Like I would have a full blown breakdown, a break up, a break in. Okay. Like I would crash out, whether it looked like I was crashing out sometimes or it didn't look like I was crashing out, because it didn't always look like it. But I would go through really bad emotional like tremors. I would be shaking. My heart is like palpitating out of my chest. Like it was a lot. Do you hear me? It was a lot. And learning that, that's a trait of those of us who are on the spectrum of the change of a plan from what we expected something to be, and that's why it's so important for us to learn and make it normal for the change of plans. Make it create healthy environments for that, right? I've been working on my blog for my Ghana blog. So as I'll share it with you all in the other video that I did in the car, I have my travel blog that I started back a little over a month ago. And so I have a lot of blogs on there if you all want to check it out. It's called My Checked Baggage. Yes. Oh, you call it fancy? I liked it. You have a good one too. He said you had a fancy lemonade. I got blackberry flavor and peach flavor added to it. So I'm working on currently my blog to Ghana, well, my blog from Ghana, and it is such an extensive blog. It's taking me forever because it's a lot of information. We did a lot, and it's just a lot of reflection and things of that nature that I want to make sure that I capture and add in there. But in there, as I was working on just going over the pieces of it that I want to make sure I include, it made me think about how in a lot of spaces the concept of time is not It's not the same. And it makes me think about where that saying of CP time came in at. Um Color people time, they like to call it, but it's actually, I know a lot of times here in the United States, we like to take it as if an insult in some kind of way, but no, like that's real life in other countries with people of color, especially countries that got, African descent and things of that nature. I noticed it within Colombia when I was in Colombia. Like things and time, it's a suggested time a lot of times, right? And so being flexible and literally going with the flow of your body, it goes against our capitalistic world. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not on this structure, this pure plan. And if it deviates away from it, everything is broken down. Like you're taught to embrace things not going your way, or embrace things just going with the flow, and you not having an ideal on what time it's going to be, what this is going to be. None of that. You learn to embrace it. And it makes you think about how that gives us grace for being human. Because when we put so many stipulations on ourselves and so many responsibilities, that is another piece that can add to our burnout, right? And it takes away from us just being humans who have feelings, who change. So, yeah, I can have plans to be social at 7 o'clock on September 23rd. Okay. Oh, damn. Not that's the time of the class when the business class starts. I just thought about that as I said that. Spirit funny as heck. Oh yeah, tomorrow is the last day to register for the purpose driven business too, if you haven't yet. So definitely check that out, y'all. The link will be down there. But say when that time comes and my body is like, let's take it slower. It's important for us to honor that, honor those needs and those shifts. That's what I believe in, you know, and being honest about it. And I made a post yesterday on Threads. Y'all, this is a big ass lemonade. Okay. I'm gonna be drinking on this for 2 days. Whew, feel good to my soul. Like a orgasm. Child, I love me some food and good drink. Oh my gosh. Oh, the leaves are changing in front of me. Oh, fall is really among us. I need to find a pumpkin patch. Yeah, we about to go get us some pumpkins. I'm gonna talk to my sister when she get off. Oh, okay. Bring it back. So I forgot I was saying. So we have to allow ourselves to have that flexibility. Don't be so hard on us. Oh, I made a post yesterday on Threads. And the post on Threads was, rest is considered productivity too. Rest is considered productivity too. Okay? Because in this world that wants to keep pushing, overexertion and overworking yourself and hustle culture, rest is revolutionary. You know how many people have passed away due to hustle culture? I remember just watching there's a few channels that I watch, whether if it's true crime or just, the passing of women, especially women of color. And I was watching one. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. I'm so upset for it right now. I cannot remember it. But this happened, I think, about a couple years ago. And she owned her own business. She worked a job. She had her children, and she had other people who were dependent upon her. And so she made this post on her Facebook, and she said, "Oh, Quita, that's her name, Quita." Because in the post she said, "Quita is tired. Quita needs a break." Oh, 333 on the time. Oh, communication. Quita, you coming through? Quita needs a break. Quita needs a rest. Quita is tired of having to show up and do everything for people and stuff, right? Why was it people in her comments while she's saying she's tired and that she needs a break? asking her if she was cooking. This lady just told y'all that she is tired, she is exhausted, she's going through X, Y, and Z, and y'all asking her, is she cooking today? And I mean, I've had that happen where I was going through, it was just a heavy energy and stuff. And, I shared it. It was actually on the channel, and there was people in the comments asking me for stuff. And or they didn't even acknowledge that. Like, it's just one of those where we have to really listen to the people around us and what they're saying and put ourselves on that back burner. I remember seeing a post of a lady who she was doing a video, like a story time sharing, her going through her grief of the passing of her sister. And somebody in the comments was like, I know you talking about, the passing of your sister, but can you let me know what eyeliner you wearing? So let me get back to Quita. So Quita, the day she ended up getting a break and rest, she died. 11/11. She died. Basically from overworking herself, overexertion. We can literally work ourselves to death. We can stress ourselves to death. I still remember the day my college best friend when her mom got an aneurysm and we rushed real quick from Michigan State to drive her back home. I was the friend who had the car. And just seeing her go through that process and learning just how severe that can be, she did end up surviving. But don't let this culture, and that's why I'm doing the purpose driven business course, because I want us to know that we don't have to burn ourselves out to live a balanced life. It's about alignment. And when we have to keep, roar, 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 and it's like we're constantly spinning these wheels like a hamster in a cage, it's like, let's find a new way to do this. We deserve to find a new way to do this. And especially in this day and age, we need to be reminded flow, sacred flow, and that's what I talk about in my book, Sacred Flow. Sacred flow can get us so far. Us being in our sacred flow can get us so far. And in this season, society is going to want us to take on extra work and responsibility. Do not fall for the trick. There's a reason why we don't talk a lot about this, y'all, but a lot of our grandparents were depressed, stressed, those health problems they were having, the inability to lose weight, the heart problems. How many of our family passed from heart problems, heart congestion failure, high blood pressure? Yes, they were showing up and loving us. Yes, they were doing that. I didn't realize this phone was shaking like that. Okay, I think that's a little better. Yes, they were showing up for us. Yes, they love us. They love us deeply. But they also were going through a lot. They were also going through a lot. And a lot of times we didn't see it because we just saw them for what they did for us. You know, I came across a comment that someone had left on one of my old videos on my Aries channel. And it was in a video where I had shared how my last conversation with my grandmother went. So the last time I saw my grandmother in person, I just knew she knew that her time was coming. I knew she knew. Because that's when she gave me the quilt from her mom and all of that. And She was telling me about when she went through her health scare and how bad it really was for her, and that she held it in. And so the night before she passed away, I had called her back because she called me earlier that day because it was storming in the city, and I was working on my midterms. I had a big midterm project I had to finish, and so I was at the college working on a midterm. And so she said, "Okay, just call me back when you get home." And when I got home late that night, I was so tired, but I was like, "No," I told her I was gonna call her back. I told her I was gonna call her back. So I called her back, and her voice sounded so it didn't sound like her. And she said, "I want you to just pray for me. This is the first time my grandmother ever asked me to pray for her." We were on the phone for 42 seconds. I was the last person to talk to her. The prayer that I prayed was simply, "God, may you bring my grandmother healing and the peace that her heart desires." And so in that, the comment, let's bring it back. The comment put it into the perspective, and it just opened my eyes to so much more of, because my grandma knew I was one of the mediums, in the family. She all, that's why she nurtured me a lot. She knew about my dreams, different prophecies, things of that nature. She always called me missionary. That was my nickname. Missionary Bester. Harmonica. Um, and so it's the person that said, "God listened to your prayer." When you asked God to give her the peace and the healing that her heart desired, it revealed what her heart was desiring. I didn't ask God for my will. I didn't say heal her so that she's up ready to go tomorrow and all this. I didn't do none of that. I said for her heart's needs and desires. And the next morning she was unresponsive. Um, I say that to say so many people are carrying a lot, and we never know what they're truly carrying. And this season of life, it's so oh, it's not mine. It's so important for this season of life to have grace for people. Have grace, because we don't know what they're carrying. So if someone misses an appointment or misses a call or have to cancel, have grace for them. Have grace. So many people are carrying a lot, or and they're learning how to rearrange their life. They're learning how to understand the shifts and things that are happening. And some of us can do it a little easier than others. And so this season, have grace. Have grace. That grace will be appreciated. And in return, you'll be gifted. You'll receive what you need in return. That was the message, y'all. That was the conversation. Um, it's okay to get your rest. It's okay to give yourself grace. And if you are going to be giving yourself grace, just let me know down in the comments, how are you giving yourself grace? So for me, I used to like, y'all, eh, my Virgo moon, I used to go in on myself and call me lazy and this shouldn't be so hard and you should be able to I would talk to myself in that way. And I had to shift that. My capacity is not the same as everyone else's. I can't compare myself to someone else who has a personal assistant. I can't compare myself to someone who has a nanny or someone who makes $1 million a year. you know, I'm not in those places yet. I don't even know if I want my ultimate goal to be $1 million a year. I don't think I need that much to live the life that I want to live. But I say this to say, have more grace for ourselves this season. And in us having more grace for ourselves this season, watch the sunshine continuously just to, you know, show up for us because our health deserves it. Our heart deserves it. Our mental health deserves it. Our children deserve it. Our nieces and our nephews, our family, our coworkers. You, you deserve it. You deserve it. And so I thank you all for being here and for tapping in with me, the Alchemy Doctress. Um, as you all know, here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all the channel members, as well as the members over on my website. You're appreciated. Oh, that's a horrible heart. I gotta do this right. You're appreciated. If you're interested in becoming a member, just check out the link. I'll have to put it in the pinned comment, but it's in the description box too. So check out the link in the description box, and I'll remember to put it inside the pinned comment as well for you all to become a member here on the channel if you want extra content or just to support in the space, like a love donation. That's what I realized some members do. I had a meeting with one of the new members in the school, and they said, honestly, I just wanted to support you. I just want to support you. I support what you do, and I found this is a way for me to be able to support you is by becoming a member in your school. And that means a lot. Different people show their support in different ways. And I'm grateful for every way that you all show up, show out, from sharing the channel, from subscribing, from all of that. It helps keep my energy in the space so I can keep showing up as a central theme and energy in the space. And so I thank you all for being here. Um, may you all have a great rest of your day. It's a few people I ain't seen in a minute. And I'm wondering how y'all doing. Cause Benita, where you at? Who else? Well, a few of y'all changed your name. Hold on. I don't think she changed her name, but it's a few of y'all I ain't seen in a minute. I need y'all to come out the shadows. Where y'all at? I'm about to do a member check-in on the community tab. Love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye.